All right, so now for problem number 5, let me just read it out loud. It says, express the following angles in degrees, radians, or revolutions, okay, as appropriate. So they give us a couple of things, and then we got to convert it. So for problem number 5, what's the first one they give us, guys? Can somebody tell me? 105 degrees. All right, so what we're going to do is they might give us radians, and we need to convert that or express that as degrees. My whiteboard's going a little goofy there. My smartboard isn't so smart. And then we can also do revolutions, okay? So they gave it to us in degrees, so I need to convert that to radians or revolutions. What was the other thing they gave us? There was 2 more. 1.8 radians. And then the other one was 5/7 of a revolution. Oh, it was 5/7. Okay. So, to do degree, we just did this, sort of, right? If we wanted to do this in radians, so to get my radian answer, I would say 105 times pi over 180 degrees. And if I do it that way, these degrees cancel. And you could like reduce this, like if you divide the top and bottom by 5 or 15 or something like that, it'll reduce. And in fact, I probably still have it on the calculator. Yeah, 105 is 1.8 radians. Okay, that worked out. So this is approximately 1.8 radians. 0.8. Hey, I think they're trying to fool us. So what would 1.8 radians be? Now, if I wanted to go from rads back, what I would do is I would say 1.8 radians. And now I would say times 180 over pi radians, because technically it's rads. Pi is rads, and this is rads. So this is like radians. Okay. Then these would cancel, and I'd be left with my degrees here. So I could do that. I could say 1.8 times 180. Whoops. And then what did we divide by? Just by pi, right? So if I divide that by pi, whoops, no, wrong one. 324 divided by pi. Hey, it's 103 degrees. So in the conversion, we lose a little bit, right? So this is technically, I guess, 183 degrees, or 103 degrees. That doesn't look like a 3. Now that just looks like 1030. My smartboard isn't being smart today. There we go. And then how do I do 5/7 of a revolution? What is 1 revolution in degrees?
360.
360. So what do you think I do with that fraction? Times it by 360, right? So really what we want to do is, let's think of this in terms of this. This is really 5/7, right, of a revolution. And so I have a conversion factor. 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. And so I wrote it this way so I can cancel out the units for revolution. So it's essentially 5/7 times 360. So I could do it like this. I could say 5 divided by 7 in parentheses times 360. That would give me my answer in degrees, which would be 257 degrees roughly. What did I say it was? 270? No, 257 in degrees. And what's another way to write that 5/7 of a revolution? Well, 5/7 of a revolution, what's that in radians? In other words, if I have my unit circle here, I go around from here to here, what measure is that? Pi, and to come full circle, it's what? 2 pi. So there's 2 pi radians in 1 revolution. The revolutions cancel. And so now if I multiply that through, that'll give me my answer in radians. So if I say 5 divided by 7 times 2 pi and hit enter, boom, I get 4.49, I guess. 0.49 radians. Okay? Does that make sense?